does that mean Dave's future shawty is in middle school right now?
Like, what's a good icebreaker date?
Movies and then food and then.
Because you
then
guys
have
just talk
something
about
to
the movie.
Yeah, then you have something to talk about. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. I never thought about that.
Write that down.
Yeah.
Listen, you want a mean nigga with a soft spot for you. How the fuck does that work?
All right, 3, 2, 1. We're topping off Casper in this bitch.
God damn.
Nigga, my
sus.
bedtime is an hour. Nigga's tweaking.
Okay.
Oh no, we gotta get this done.
Nigga, I'm about to start tweaking.
I'm leaving all this in.
Hello?
This is the intro.
Hello?
This is the intro. Today.
I'm dead.
We're going to talk about Casper?
Yeah.
Huh? What are you
Alright,
talking
let's
about?
do the intro. Let's do the intro.
That was the intro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to episode 2 of the Open Mic Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Julian.
Oh, Marquise.
I'm David.
And welcome back, like I said, to episode 2. Today, as you can tell, we're starting off strong with David's Casper
Hey, yo.
David's Casper top.
What are y'all talking about?
I just want to say up front, though, if y'all hear, I might be a little bit too close. Let me turn that down real quick. If y'all happen to hear my my refrigerator in the background, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to edit it out as best I can, but that's all I can do. Keith's just banging the table, and Dave
God
said,
damn.
you could probably hear my upstairs neighbors. That I can't really edit out. Imagine.
That's about to be crazy.
You gotta start smashing.
But,
alright, bro.
Yeah, we're finally doing this. It's been about a month
Yeah, 4 weeks.
since we recorded the last one. Most of it was due to the fact that it kept snowing and we couldn't record. But we're trying now. So welcome to episode 2. Today we got some overarching themes to talk about. We're trying to come up with a process of having a specific theme for each episode because we kept struggling to try to find something that, or find a way to talk about something and keep it entertaining and keep it, focused and not be so random with it.
Mm-hmm.
So today we have this is more of it might turn into more of an existential one, but I'm excited to see what it is. So straight off the bat, they don't know what I'm going to ask, but we have a theme, but they know the idea. But basically, Keith, what is your 5-year plan?
I mean, I would say the main thing would be every 2 years at least upgrade to get a higher paying job. So that's a goal.
Hold on, wait. Let me fix this because turn it this way. That way, your pops aren't so loud. Go ahead. Just still talk right into it, though.
So, the main goal would be to just every 2 years try to get a higher paying job, try to double how much I make, and then kind of figure out every year. I figure out more of what I want to do. Like, I'm not really sure what field I want to go in. Right now, I'm looking to like cybersecurity, but I know that I do want to eventually try to move out of my 5-year plan and potentially make close to, I'm gonna say like 6 figures. So hopefully like a little less than that, like $80K a year. So that's where you can be the most comfortable.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I'm kind of going as I figure out what I want to do more with life. So there you go.
5-year plan. Okay, Dave, what's your 10-year plan?
10-year plan.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, obviously, I want to get...
Oh, by the way, we're all 21, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, after I finish school, I'm going to go back and get my master's, most likely, and have pretty much a high-paying job, really, at least for stability, for my future and everything. Obviously, I want to move out. Hopefully, I can move to California. I think I stated previously, previous podcast.
Yeah, the last one, yeah.
Yeah, that I want to go to California, so hopefully I can go out there. In 10 years, I'll be probably 31, so hopefully I have probably discovered the love of my life
31.
by that time. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
31 in 10 years, wow. Yeah, but eventually I'm going to have, like a concrete step stool into like what I want to settle down into and everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully I've done, probably traveled, partied and everything, so probably just have stability around that age.
That's when you're starting to relax more, have kids and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
10 years, Jesus fucking Christ.
Hopefully we're rich, A lot of
That's the
money.
plan.
Isn't it? It's kind of like scary to
That's
think
like-
that now at this point, less than 10 years, we'll be in our 30s.
Yeah,
When 3 years ago, we were in our teens.
exactly.
We
That's
were
like two-
not
yeah.
3 years ago, but I'd say 4 years ago we were in high school,
Yeah.
and 9 years from now we'll be 30.
We'll be
We'll
30.
be 30.
That's crazy.
It's kind of scary.
That was crazy.
Uh,
Well, my parents got pregnant when they were young, and I actually remember celebrating their 30th birthday.
yeah, me too. My mom did too.
Yeah.
My mom had me when she was 20. So that's
My mom had my brother when she was still in high school, senior.
jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think my mom was like 21 when she had my older brother. So
yeah,
it's crazy. I mean, I feel as though like most of the time they don't say it, but it is an accident. But I mean, I'm not like my parents. That's not happening.
yeah. No, definitely not. I don't
Oh
have
yeah,
any
for sure.
plans to.
Definitely wrapping that shit
I'm
up.
not having no kids. And my plan is, I think, ever since middle school. I don't know which teacher it was, but in middle school, one of my teachers, it was for I don't know the name of the class, but whatever. He said that he had a plan to always have a kid by when he turned 30 or
Mhm.
after he was 30 because he wanted to be secure, settled in, and stuff. And I was like, that sounds like a great idea. So that pretty much since then. That's been my plan. Is like
That's what you stuck
after my
with?
20s, that's in my 30s, or at least when I turn 30, or after that.
Yeah, 30 to
That's when
40
I'll have
range.
like a kid and settle in.
Yeah,
as long
same.
as nothing goes wrong. But here's hoping.
You made a miracle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think I want to enjoy my 20s. I didn't get to have so much fun in high school, so I think I want to live
Yeah.
my 20s out.
Yeah.
You know,
hmm
so
Exactly. I feel the same way.
yeah,
You know, hopefully probably around like, I don't know, like 35.
yeah.
I'll probably settle in, like, probably with my wife, you know,
Mhm.
start having kids and everything,
Mhm.
you know. But until then, you know, I just want to live life.
Yeah.
Travel.
Exactly.
I'm gonna keep it a beam. I mean, as of now, my pull-up game is strong. So
This guy.
That's how you
I'm at like
wrap it up, kids. Though. Pull
my
up game
pull-up
can be
game is
strong. but
99.99% effective.
Wrap it up. To all the kids out
So
there.
like hand
wrap it up.
sanitizer, 99%.
What about that 1%?
Weren't.
That .01.
0.01.
Listen, God handling that shit.
That's- Well, to all the kids out there, wrap it up. Don't listen to Keith. Don't be like Keith.
But I mean, other than that,
Don't you
yeah.
have a son already?
That's crazy.
Boys try to push a TV. Nah, I ain't got no kids, bro. I don't plan to. At least for
Yeah.
I'm gonna say if I do become rich by like 27, I can see myself. Just as soon as I become rich, that's when I think I have kids.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is though, we can have kids whenever we want to.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like our window is crazy. Like we can have kids at 70, but the female windows between.
Oh, you mean for
40
men?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
like, I was like, I don't think that's possible. I think it's,
Our fertility, like
I think you meant like our generation.
Oh,
So I was
yeah,
like,
I was thinking about
I
that
was
too.
lost.
fuck no,
I'm
fuck no.
clipping so hard right now. Let me turn this down a little bit. Sorry.
I'm saying
that probably
like
sounds good. Yeah, that's way.
our window
better
is
right
like
there. Okay.
long as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
our
understand.
limit is just not getting hard at that point.
hmm
But for a female, I believe is like 40.
Mhm.
So
Why is mine so much louder than yours? Sorry.
y'all just gotta pick the right time. And I mean, it sucks, but you have to have basically you have to have a kid. That's why I believe a lot of people. Well, in a lot of relationships, the male's older than the female. You ever
Mhm.
peeped in your
Yeah.
mom and dad relationship?
Yeah.
Your dad is
Mhm.
older,
Mhm.
right?
hmm
You
Yep.
too?
Yeah,
My
same.
dad's older than my mom, so now that makes sense if you see how it looks, because the guy can be fertile or due to fertility to the woman
Yeah.
way ahead, but the woman
Mhm.
has a certain
That shit used to
window.
weird me out when I was
What?
young, bull. Like, not just my parents, but like thinking about parents in general. How like
they're
the
so
age
gapped apart.
difference, Yeah. And then thinking about like when my dad was in high school, my mom was in elementary, and I'm like, that is so weird.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's so
really?
fucking weird.
That's your
I don't
guys-
know. I don't know.
My
I think
parents'
my
age
parents'
difference
age
is only
gap
like
is like
4.
my parents' age gap is like I want to say 7 or 8 years off
7?
the top of my
I
head.
think mine's just like 3 or 4.
Yeah. So like in that specific bull ash cash in that water, huh?
slow down.
I got a
Oh,
protein
damn.
shake here too. I need some of that actually.
But I mean, I think my mom was like 43. My dad's 51. So
Just like 8 years.
yeah, 8 years. That's like
My
double the
parents
high
are
school
basically
years.
the same. My dad's not 50 yet though.
Like you know how insane that was.
Yeah. That's what? How long?
Like my dad was 20.
It's
My
like
mom
8, 9 years.
was 12.
That's so weird
Damn.
to think about. Does that mean our future shawties? Well, me and Keith are in relationships, but does that mean Dave's future shawty is in middle school right now?
I mean, no, Dave, he'll
That's
probably
so
date
weird.
somebody older than him. I can see
Yeah.
that.
No, I feel like Dave would
You
date
think
someone
I
who's
would date
just the
somebody-
exact age as him.
I would try
I
to
mean,
stick
like-
within like the 3-4 years.
No, yeah, definitely.
I mean, would you be like discouraged by somebody older than you? Because
Of course not.
I feel as though,
I
yeah,
wouldn't.
I would not.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
Because
what
I
was
mean,
you
I can see, you know, we have our male egos and all that, so
Mhm.
you don't want a woman that's, you know, has
gonna say?
more stuff than you, like has her own crib. Like,
like
Yeah.
more
Say
say
experience.
right
and stuff.
now, if I did date a person that was like 35, they would have kids,
Yeah.
a house,
Mhm.
cars, a high-paying job.
Mhm.
But I'm 21, still figuring out my life. But as a man, I can see how you would be discouraged by that, intimidated by that.
Yeah, I think. Well, for me, I don't think I would care much, but like not to like say what you're saying is wrong or anything,
Mhm.
because it's not. But
Mhm.
I think like most of that is societal's like kind of view that men have to be the providers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
facts.
then, since we're always taught that,
Mhm.
if you get to that point and then they're providing for you, you're like, well, shit, now I'm not a man. I didn't
Exactly,
do what my
yeah.
sole purpose is gone.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's crazy.
So I can see that.
Mhm.
I don't personally feel that way. Like I feel like if I
Same.
were to find someone, like I could be okay with it. Like obviously it might bother me a little bit, but not because of the man woman dynamic, but just because like, you know, being with someone who's more successful than you just in general would probably bother you. Just not because of them or not that they're
Mhm.
wrong, but like it would just get to your mind a little bit.
You feel that way?
I think I would get over it. Is what I'm trying to say.
okay.
It wouldn't bother me for long.
Okay.
I think the main thing that would get to my mind would be the fact that they know what they want to do and I don't. That would be the only thing. Other than that, finances and all that, I know I'll get there at some point.
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
about you, Dave?
I wouldn't mind if I was dating someone like more experienced, had higher paid job than me. What?
Listen, as soon as he said more experience, her top game better be crazy. That's what I just thought about.
Yo.
I'm
Like,
lost.
it's a whole thing.
Hilarious, bro.
He just said experience. Like, I know he should say I know she has more experience than me. And
I mean,
first thing thought
obviously
Oh,
was-
you
having-
mean like you meant sexual experience?
no, he
Not
meant
even
like
that, but
life experience.
obviously that would
Oh,
probably
okay.
be a plus.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'm just saying, I'm keeping it a beam here.
But
So
hey,
you
like,
meant like life experience.
yeah, I can cheat old dog new tricks if you know what I mean.
I might as well
I
call
can't-
this shit the
yo,
100
I
podcast.
can't wait. This shit is gonna be out here forever. When Dave gets a girl, you best believe I'm putting her onto this. I'm gonna send her a link to this podcast.
Oh my
I'm like, listen to episode 2, season 1, whatever the fuck.
future shoddy.
Skip to 30 seconds or
Future
whatever.
shoddy.
I mean, hopefully, what the plan is when Dave gets a girl, we can all go on like vacations and that should be,
Yeah,
That should be
sounds
so
like-
fun.
That should be lit.
That should be so fun.
If everybody fits their vibe.
Damn, so
Yeah.
I'm the lone wolf,
Yeah.
right?
No, we
Yes.
said if you get a girl.
As of now.
Yeah, well, yeah, obviously now.
We're not gonna do it and then you're gonna come. That would be
Yeah,
trolling.
that would be
I'd
just
rather have
bad.
just us three go. But as far as when you get a girl and you guys get comfortable enough to where we all hang out, then we'll start going on trips. I feel like that'd be lit.
You know who I am? I'm Dave. I can go over there and find a John.
That's not.
We've heard that shit.
But we
many
know,
times
but
before.
we know that you want a certain type. So
We heard that 50
I mean,
times.
there's nothing wrong with settling though. No, I mean not settling. There you go.
No, definitely not. But don't be pulling out that I'm Dave because we know the truth.
I feel like, I don't know if this sounds wrong, but I wanted to experience like different cultures. You know what I mean?
Damn.
That doesn't sound wrong. I would say just different people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
there
would,
you go.
that,
That sounds way
that
better.
sounds way better. Listen, I gave a disclaimer before I said that.
Boy,
He
sound like
did say he didn't know if it's.
boy sound like it's in high school when you bring a plater from around the world, different place, and try it out.
Listen,
Nah.
pass the plate and
Listen, I gotta go to Tokyo. I gotta go to Cuba. I gotta go to Russia. You know,
I feel
I got
that.
taste the rainbow. Pause.
Listen,
Pause.
whoa.
All right, guys, that's gonna. Thank you for listening to episode 2 of,
I-
of my podcast.
I need a sus button in here.
Pause. Pause.
Yeah, with that soundboard, that'd be funny.
But yeah, I feel that. I just feel as though like I feel like well, definitely me and Julian have always been like that relationship guy where we need
Yeah.
like not needed somebody, but we always wanted somebody to push us to be better,
Companion.
be with us. Yeah.
companionship.
Kind of went over our heads that we could have went through a whole phase and got everything out of our system. But when you're like Julian said, when you're with somebody for so long, it'll pass you. As of now, for me, it hasn't passed me, but it's something I think about still. But I'm not thinking about constantly. It's just something that I think about here and there.
Yeah.
That's the thing about that. It's like you don't ever hear couples talk about that, like that point, because every couple in a relationship reaches that point when y'all think, am I missing out? Is this the right person? Am I really committing to this? Like every couple reaches that shit. And when I was in therapy, about
I forgot
a few
about
years
that.
ago,
Fuck.
when I was in therapy, she told me that it's common for most couples that about a year and a half in, you reach that point of like, okay, the honeymoon phase is done.
Exactly.
Now
After
it's like,
a year.
now it's like, so now it's like, oh,
routine.
And
this
you're
is
locked
really-
in.
It's either people usually fall into routine or they start to doubt their relationship or think if they're in the right place, and that's usually what happens. And it's a common thing. You never hear nobody talk about that shit though.
Yeah,
but
you
it's
don't.
normal.
You
Like,
don't actually.
I don't want to be the nigga that just throw random numbers in there, but that's what the fuck I'm about to do. But if you look at most relationships, like we all know high school sweethearts don't last.
Yeah.
Anybody from high school, you don't last with them. It's really rare that you last with them. But then you also have people like the other, like about a couple months ago, my girlfriend's aunt was like, y'all might not last, and it's okay if we don't. So having that already negative impact on us not lasting because we're young.
It puts that thought in your mind,
Yeah,
like,
'cause-
oh well then.
Because when you're young, it's always like, oh, the guy's young, so yeah, he might do dumb stuff. It might hook up with a
Yeah,
girl,
they're probably
this
not
and
gonna
that.
last. They're probably
Or
gonna stay together.
or school and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And like you kind of want to figure out what you want to do with your life, so you're gonna kind of split apart maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but why?
My dad was like that.
Yeah. So why would y'all? But I'm like, why would
the
you think
odds.
that?
Yeah, like let it be. Because my thing about that is like my dad would always say that, but my mom would just. She wouldn't say, "Oh, you guys are definitely gonna make it," but she wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're not gonna make it." She would just be happy with what's going on right now.
Yeah, at that
Like
point
when me
in
and Mel
time.
first started dating, she would just, "Oh, okay, hi Mel," whatever. She'd treat her like normal. She wouldn't say, "Oh, they're not gonna last. Let me just, whatever."
And that's the thing. I was like, I feel as though our relationships can kind of be not to be deep about shit, just looking at different views. But most people I know, parents broke up.
Yeah.
Like my parents broke up when I was in high school. And like
Just other
that
people
can
in
be
your life,
reflect
right?
about how people don't really last. And my
Mhm.
parents have been together for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Anything can happen. It's not. Nothing set in
it
stone.
can happen later rather than sooner. But
Yeah.
for me, I'd rather have it sooner than later. I don't want to
Mhm.
be single at like 43,
Yeah.
44. You feel me?
Yeah.
I want to be. I'd rather break up now than break up
Mhm.
later.
If it comes to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's all comes with like figuring out what you want to do with your life. Like I don't like I said, the main promise I made with my girl would be that I said that if she gets in my way of my dreams or if I get in the way of her dreams, we need to break up.
Yeah.
There's no that's literally my only ultimatum in a relationship. Like
Mhm.
if we can't support each other's dreams and we're not as to where I don't want to move here or I don't
Mhm.
want to move here,
Mhm.
then it's gonna just be more and more bashing of heads, and I'd rather
Mhm.
just not do that.
That was part of the reason why me and my girlfriend had like a little break.
Yeah,
Because it was around that 2-year mark, half a year mark, or year and a half mark,
exactly.
and those thoughts start coming like, oh, what if I want to move here, but she doesn't want to move here, which
Yeah.
did happen, and then
Mhm.
like I didn't move, but we started talking about it, and like just like things like that start to like that's when that blinder of the honeymoon phase comes down. You
Yeah.
see reality, and
Mhm.
you think, okay, I'm 21, or at the time I was like 19 or whatever, and I was like, okay, in 5 years from now, I could very well not live here anymore.
Mhm.
Is she willing to come with me? And also in the
Exactly.
same vein, am I willing to go with her? And
Exactly.
wherever she needs to go.
Yeah.
To whether that means cutting off what I want and for myself, and I think me and Mel have that same kind of, well, for us, we talked about it, but like at this point, it's kind of unspoken. Like if we, for whatever reason, can't make it work, we'll try our very best. But if we can't, we agreed that like we'll, let each other do our dreams and go our own way. And like,
Yeah.
if it's meant to be, it'll happen. But if it's not,
Yeah,
then
exactly. And that's the thing that's tough about it. It's like that it's not selfish because
Yeah.
we all deserve to chase our dreams.
yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
think nobody should be limited by their partner
Mhm.
about their dreams. That's not fair to either of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, could you be friends with Mel if you guys did break up because of the
No.
dream thing,
No,
right? But then some people say that's immature.
I don't think that's immature. I just think it's like
You're not comfortable with
yeah,
that.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
like a
as-
feeling thing.
At
Yeah.
some point, well, if Dave, if you had a girl, you've been
Mhm.
together for the same amount as you, so about 3 years.
Mhm.
Mhm.
4 years almost now.
4 years. So
Mhm.
you guys broke up because of I'll say something not simple, but something like shifted of energy because maybe you started a new job and you wanted to move out here or something like that, and she didn't want to go. So, at some point, do you think you could be friends with her? Or is that frowned upon as like you being immature because you can't be friends with your ex?
I don't see it that way at all.
I don't see it that way either. Ultimately, if we both agree that the breakup is for better for both of us, then I wouldn't have a problem
trying
to be friends.
Yeah.
And if it,
But that's the thing. I'm so completely fine with not being friends. Like, I'm so completely fine with just
cutting
ending
it off
it at a happy moment.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're talking about it until we've both got our questions out there,
Mhm.
and then we could just move on with our lives. Like,
Mhm.
I've never been like friends with exes like that because not because it went bad, but just because I didn't want that for myself.
Mhm.
I'm not comfortable with that.
It was
I'm
a
not,
phase of your life that was over. You needed to end it.
exactly.
Be done with
I
that.
feel as though we're over. I'm not gonna be friends with you because there might be a point where I might want you, but you might not want me.
That's
or
part.
you
That's
might-
main
that's not
thing
fair.
for me. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Why do we even communicating every once in a while is dumb.
Mhm.
You're setting yourself up to catch feelings or to have her catch feelings for you.
Exactly.
The only point I would be fine with being friends is to the point where I don't care about it no more. But at that point, why would I care enough to be friends?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
what, we could talk every 6 months, 7
Mhm.
months. Oh, how you doing? You good? Got a boo?
Yeah. It's like.
It's no point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from.
It's child's play. Like, it's like
There's
Yeah,
a
I
really
can
cool,
understand where you're coming
not
from.
cool, and this is not off topic, but there's a video I saw. Do you guys know Wong Fu Productions on YouTube?
sounds familiar, but no.
No,
It's a
I don't.
YouTube guy. You probably
I'm
recognize him if
unfamiliar.
you've seen.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know. But there's this video called "Strangers Again." Basically, it's the story of this guy and his girl. They've been together for a long time. It shows them how they meet, and then strangers again means they were strangers before they met, and then they
Mhm.
break up. They become strangers again because they don't know each other anymore.
Uh,
And then it shows
Ooh.
them breaking up, and then it shows like a what if, like, because they have a fight, and then in his head, like, not in his head, but like then it shows like what if they broke up, like what would happen. They would break up, and then he would be sad, and then whatever, they would talk less and less because they're falling out of love with each
Yeah.
other. This is before they broke up. They would fall out of love, then they would break up, then they wouldn't talk anymore. And then it shows like him seeing her on Facebook one day, and she's got a new guy, and he's like,
Ooh.
his roommate, he's like, yo, like, she got a new man, and his boy's like, I'm sorry, bro, yeah, she does. And then he meets the new guy, and he has to be like cool with it.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of the video is like, the whole point of the video from his perspective is like, does he want that? Like, is he gonna fight for this girl? Because like I said, it's all like a what if.
Mhm.
He's like, am I gonna fight for her, or am I just gonna let this happen like how I see it happening? It's like, it's pretty cool. It's like a really like, it's like a short film basically.
Oh,
It's really
okay.
cool. It's really cool. It's called Strangers Again.
I may check it out later
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, that sounds dope. Because
Mhm.
that falls into, like, well, with me and my ex, is like, they literally, she literally became that person I don't know anymore.
Mhm.
Because you guys start disagreeing less about stuff. Well, yeah, not agreeing on stuff no more.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Different, like, activities that you do and stuff like that. You slowly stop talking and talking.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and then you could be complete strangers because, we're still young. So as you break up, if I broke up with my girl right now, after 2 years, we changed.
You don't know each other at
Yeah,
all.
just like our dating perspectives have changed since high school.
Mhm.
I wouldn't date the same chick I wanted in high school versus now.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just it's all stupid.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting though, like that video at least. But yeah,
Mhm.
as far as that goes, I was gonna say, this is kind of like totally opposite, but it still falls in the whole relationship category. But we had a topic that I actually did want to talk about. It's my thing, but if y'all don't want to talk about it, we can
Go
talk
for it.
about
Go for it.
So I wrote down, we have a little like notes app that we all comment talking points on, and my thing I wrote was about men paying on the first date, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
totally the opposite of breaking up. But
Listen, before that, I have to ask a question because I debated this shit at my fucking job, and asking a female a question versus a male perspective is completely two different shits.
oh,
What do you
finally,
consider a
my
date?
fridge turned off. Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just heard
nice.
that shit. What do you consider like a first date? Like a date?
Okay,
Like
I'll
like
let Dave
not
go first.
not not like a somebody you're already with, a first date.
like the
Like,
first time
what would
meeting, or
consider
like
that-
you asked them out.
Like you already know them, but
Okay.
you guys are just friends.
Okay,
What would you consider a date?
go ahead. Interpret that
Uh,
how you will.
so, if I can understand this, like, Like we're already friends and everything.
Yeah, you're already friends, but you want to make that next move to start dating.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So or talking. Yeah.
well, we're already friends and everything. You probably already get a sense of who they are
Mhm.
at a certain point. So probably, I don't know. I'll probably do something fun. Probably go like to arcade or anything, just to loosen our
Get to know
emotions.
them,
Okay, well-
like more and like.
everything.
Let's make it tougher. All right. A girl that you just
This
met.
sounds so much better because the fridge.
Yeah,
Jesus
bro,
Christ.
right.
That's all I heard this whole time. Was
I'm dead. I heard it too.
Yeah.
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 So, let's say like, what's a good icebreaker date? Like, what would you consider a date? Like, not going out. Oh, or not like not hanging out like an actual date. Like you guys both know it's clear
It's a
that you
date.
guys on a date.
Okay.
It's a girl you don't know though.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, so you go where we don't know. I'll let you go ahead. But I. have
Oh,
something
okay.
to say.
I don't know. I'll probably keep it simple and casual. Nothing too extravagant. Probably go to
Mhm.
like get ice cream or something like that.
I like
No.
that. I like
Yeah.
that.
And talk.
I would probably. I mean, it depends on like. I used to like. Obviously, I've been in a relationship for 4 years now. But like, if I were to take a girl on a date, I used to be really big into movie dates. But I think that's just a cliche.
Yeah.
And what I understand now about movie dates is that you don't really get to talk to the person at all.
Exactly.
You don't get to know them at all. So if you don't know them, that a movie date's not a great idea unless you're gonna go to movies and then food and then.
Because you
then
guys
have
have talk
something
about
to
the movie.
Yeah, then you have
Yeah.
something to talk about.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good. I never thought
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
write that down.
Yeah.
Listen. For me, a date could be anything that where it's just you two
Just-
doing something like that
In public though.
in public. Yeah,
Okay.
that can be
Mhm.
creative, whether it's a picnic or like maybe going on a walk, going on a hike.
Mhm.
Okay.
I feel like that could be a date.
Yeah.
Guess what the Jones at my job
They
said?
said it's not a date if you're not spending money.
No, this says not a date unless you're dining out to eat. Like dining
all
out.
dates have to be
going
Dining
eating
out,
food,
like
though.
going to like.
Yeah, like my idea of a good icebreaker date, I said Menchie's. That's fine.
Yeah. Not
Oh, yeah, like
Not
ice
not
yogurt.
Not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a meal, but
Because
it's
keep
like,
in mind, yeah,
it's like the same as like this
exactly.
coffee.
But one
Exactly.
John said
People-
Roots
oh, you wanna go get
Chris.
coffee?
Why the fuck would I take a John? I don't even know the Roots Chris.
What is that?
It's a restaurant.
Oh, it's really nice.
It's like Olive Garden times 2.
Oh, okay.
Why the fuck
Yeah,
would
why?
I do that?
I don't know that.
Because I don't even know if we're gonna even continue
Yeah, what
going
Exactly.
on
What
dates.
is
Why
the
am I
only date?
emptying my pockets?
That's not a good
on you?
icebreaker.
What if
Right.
this is your only date?
Exactly.
For all that,
I'm so loud.
I should just take a John to feed pigeons
Yeah, I don't.
with some bread in my pocket. Like
You tweaking. I'm going to Mickey D's. Call it a day.
Wendy's 4 for 4.
I don't know if y'all heard that, but obviously y'all didn't hear that. But y'all listening, there was like a little glitch in the mic. So if it's not there, it's fine. But if you did, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's just, I find that so weird about the male and the female perspective on
Mhm.
dates and stuff. Like it's
Yeah.
it's insane, bro. Like I got mad at shit at work because
Yeah.
I'm like, a date should be like that's the thing that kills me. I want us to be creative, but a date has to be y'all going out and us paying at the end
Yeah.
of the
Mhm.
day.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about dates, though, we'll get back to the whole men paying and all that stuff. We'll get back to that in a second. But the interesting thing about dates for me is like, you probably realize this now too, is like when you're with someone for a while, like your idea of dates changes because you can't be doing the same shit over and over again and consider
Yeah.
it a date. Like you can't just go out to eat every single fucking time.
Mhm.
COVID is a little bit different, but like let's say if COVID wasn't a thing,
Mhm.
like like going out to eat or going out to movies or going on a picnic or going like you gotta the longer you're with someone you gotta think of more creative shit and it
Yeah.
has to be a date.
Mhm.
So what I notice and I don't know I have this like okay so what I'm trying to say is like what I would consider a date it's kind of a mixture of us hanging out.
Mm.
Let's say if I was trying to first date with somebody new, I would probably most likely take her out for a snack, so like
Mhm.
coffee or
Yeah.
To have small talk.
yeah, so
There
that you
go.
could talk. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's the whole
exactly.
point is to
Exactly.
talk. You don't have to go out to a dinner just to talk.
Mhm.
And then that's the whole point of the first date is to get to know someone. That way you can decide if you want to go on the second date. The second
Exactly.
date I feel like is when you really we liked each other the first time. Now we can really start to see if we can click.
Exactly.
So I don't think you have to take someone out to what
Like-
Ruth Chris is called.
Yeah, it's not a good icebreaker.
No, it's like too
expensive
much,
restaurant, not a
especially
good icebreaker.
Especially, let's think about today's day and age. People doing Tinder dates, like minus COVID, but like people were doing Tinder dates every weekend. Can you
Mhm.
afford to pay for that every fucking weekend? No.
Exactly.
No.
And like I don't mean like I'm not trying to bash anybody that thinks like that. That's why it's called an opinion. But I feel as though like you guys are expecting a guy to take you out to Roots Chris for somebody you're not gonna see again.
Mhm.
Like it's females that use people for food, just like it's
That's
males
what I was
that
gonna
use
say.
girls for food.
Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
maybe
known
you're just doing that to take advantage
yeah,
of.
it's sometimes it's known that like girls have been like, oh, I don't have nothing to eat tonight. I'm just gonna let this guy take me out.
Mhm.
So I was listening. What I wanted to bring this up for was like I was listening to this other podcast, and they were talking. They have 2 guy hosts and a girl host, and they were just talking about like the whole first date thing and what she said about men paying on the first date. She said it made no sense to me, but she said no disrespect to her or any woman who agrees with this opinion, but she said like if a guy pays on the first date, that's how it should go, and she said if a girl pays on the first date, then the guy shouldn't expect her for a second date, because she said the signal of a girl paying is that she wasn't having a date, and she wanted to make sure, oh, I don't owe you anything, I'm gonna pay for my stuff.
So them splitting the check.
Yeah, but the thing was that one of the guys brought up on the show, he said, well, the reason why that logic doesn't make sense is because it doesn't work in the reverse. Because if a guy pays for a date, that means the date was good. But if a girl pays for the date, that means the date was bad. How does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I want to clarify real quick, because I have an opinion on this. I feel like guys shouldn't have to pay on the first date. I think whoever invites the other person on the date has to pay.
Exactly.
Because even let's say even now, if I was inviting Keith somewhere, like, oh, Keith, you want to grab food? I invited him. He didn't want to go. Like,
I feel like in that instance, we will pay for our own stuff.
But I'm just saying, okay, let's say if I was like, yo, Keith, like, I got nothing to do. You want to grab food? I'll pay. Like, I feel like that makes logical sense. I'm inviting you somewhere you didn't even plan on going in the first place.
I feel like the perfect example is like if I told my girl, let's go to get Wendy's or let's go to get a cheesesteak from a place. Yeah. I'll pay. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing. Even with that meal, even with that logic on it, I feel like your logic applies more, like you said, like friends and stuff like that, or like maybe like a group of 2 friends.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really apply to a relationship because females always expect the guy to pay for stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like I can attest that, at least in my scenario, I don't know about other people, but I feel like that passes. But in the beginning, it's hard to get past that when, if you keep dealing with it.
Well, let me ask you guys this, since you guys both are in a relationship.
Yeah.
When you guys do go on dates, who's usually the one paying?
I am.
You are?
For me, for any of those who don't know, me and Keith are a totally different relationship. I've been together with my girlfriend for 4 years. You've been together with your girlfriend for how long? Like a year or so?
About a year. Yeah. If we would have been out together and not talked for a whole year, we would been together for almost 2 years. But no, yeah.
Well, see, so we're in different situations. But Keith says he always pays, but me and Mel kind of have this mutual understanding at this point that we just take turns.
I don't always pay, but I'm majority pay. I'm majority pay.
Yeah. So me and Mel, we kind of do it like, okay, let's say if me and Mel hang out today, I'm going to buy breakfast. I'll offer to buy breakfast because I'm fucking hungry. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll get breakfast. Okay, that's fine. I'll pay. Then at lunch, I don't expect her to pay. And if she doesn't want to, I'll gladly take out my wallet. But usually she's like, okay, since you grab breakfast, I'll grab lunch. Mm-hmm. And then since she grabbed lunch, I'll grab dinner. And then the next time we hang out, she'll probably grab breakfast because she remembers that I paid for dinner.
Yeah.
So like,
it's
just kind of like a taking turn sort of thing for us. And even if the monetary amounts don't match up. Like if I go to Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast and she wants to go out to a restaurant for lunch, she's not going to be like, oh, well, you only paid $10 and I have to pay $30. It's for us, at least for me, I can't really say how she feels because it's kind of an unspoken thing at this point, but it's just the principle. Like you want to pay because I paid last time. And even if it's not the same amount, it's just that principle.
I don't know, maybe, well.
That shit does not apply to me.
Well, to add, to comment on that, I think it's kind of could be like a new generation type of thing because I know my parents, for one thing, my dad 100% always pays for the date, 100%. So I don't know, maybe that's just
I think it's a new age thing.
Yeah.
Like the whole, because back in the day it was common that men, this is why we have that thing that men pay because it's been a thing for forever.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to keep it a beam. Just like if a guy pays for a date, he's not guaranteed cheeks. Like, like a guy and a female paying, that's why it's called like a partnership, marriage. Just like, cause it'd be a guy paying for the dates, but a female doesn't want to stay at home.
Yeah.
So obviously, like it's just a point where females don't want to be that housewife at home, taking care of the kids, feeding the dog, doing clothes. Is now men paying for dinners, but also doing dishes. Doing laundry.
Yeah, I feel like that was that was like the norm back in the day. Like I'll provide, but then you gotta take care of
the chores and stuff.
And I'm not bashing men that do always pay for dates. That's fine. Like if you have it like that, that's fine. I just feel as though me personally, I want my girl to be a little more independent. Like I don't want her. I'm not her pops. I'm not her dad. I'm not gonna pay for everything because I could be that person where like that's the thing. Everything comes with a catch.
Mm-hmm.
Me paying for everything is obviously gonna make me feel as though like because I'm taking care of you, maybe I might want you to do certain stuff or like maybe like
return the favor somehow.
Yeah, not return the favor, but I'll be like more like I guess not controlling. Like that sounds kind of toxic, but I feel like mostly majority, not majority males, but I would feel as though if a guy did pay for stuff, he would expect his girl to act a certain way. If he's paying for most majority of everything, if he's paying the house bills, if he's paying for dinner every time you guys go out, he would get mad a lot for certain stuff. Versus if you guys are going half and half on stuff, he doesn't really have a say because he's not paying for everything. That's just how I feel on it.
Yeah,
like. I'm not bashing women that pay for most days or men. I feel like for me, it's more who has it.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Like everybody has their own.
Like I'm trying to transition to how
it.
your system is. Like I'm trying to do that, but it's a little hard because she's in college and stuff. So, and I want her to be more independent. She's not as independent as I am because you know she I'm not like I mean her dad did give her a car and all that stuff, and her mom does pay for stuff. So it's like. I've been paying for stuff since I was like 18 and stuff. There's some people that have been paying since
different
they was
lifestyle.
15.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be independent to where, like, I don't be the guy paying for everything because I might want her to not act a certain way, but like I guess saying that I'm a little toxic. I guess fuck it. I may like me paying for most of everything. I might want her to act a certain way.
Yeah.
So and she's not gonna do that, which is fine. But that's why I'm not paying for everything, or I don't have. I may have the funds to pay for everything, but that's not something I would want to do. I'll be dead broke.
Yeah. What about you? Do you feel like if you were in a relationship, how would you want it to go?
Oh, 100% 50-50.
Like kind of like how
that's fair.
I said?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that. That's not toxic, bro.
Yeah.
No, a relationship is supposed to be 50-50.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not bashing, your girl or nothing like that because, like I said, it takes time to get to that point. When me and Mel first started dating, I thought I had to pay for everything, and like at the time, our situation was like basically actually no, our situation is kind of the same because I had a job and Mel wasn't working. She didn't have a job, and I was going to school, but I still had a job and stuff. So like, I had to pay for a lot, and not that I had to, but I felt like I did, and like I felt like I was supposed to, and like I'm not gonna say that Mel didn't pay for anything because she did. There was plenty of times where I was dirt poor and she was buying me food, so it's not like it was not like that at all. But I feel like it takes time to get to that point where y'all could be like, okay, like you don't even have to say it. Like, because that's the thing. I think that's one of the biggest things that I hate. Because I, even though I'm in a 4-year relationship, I could still know as a man like how it feels. Like that expectation to have to do something that you don't, not that you don't want to do, but you shouldn't have to do.
Yeah.
Like paying every time you go out or paying even just on the first date. Again, if she invites you, like. Perfect example because I don't have a personal story about this, but on the podcast I was talking about the guy. He said like how he was in Vegas with his friend and they were at partying and something and they met these two girls and they didn't have the guys, him and his friend didn't have no money. They were poor. Yeah. But like they were like, oh, like they talked to these girls like, oh, we should hang out later, whatever. And all they said was we should hang out. That's it. So the girls like, yeah, bet, let me get your number, whatever. So they exchanged numbers and then the girls text him like the girls texted them later like, oh, like we should go to this sushi spot right here, and they were like, okay, bet. And then when it came time to pay the bill at the restaurant, the guys were like, so how y'all want to do this, 50-50, or y'all want to pay for y'all's? And the girls were like, oh,
you guys aren't paying for me?
Yeah, they thought that they were supposed to pay, even though the girls said they wanted to go there. The girls said we should go there. The guy said we should hang out. Yeah, because they knew they didn't have no money. The girls were like, oh, let's go here. So. If anything, they should have been paying for them, but they paid for all their own stuff. But like they were upset about it, and he said after that they didn't talk to each other after that. So it's like it's that expectation that shit gets me tight because I'm like, why is it like that?
In that case, that's a fault on both parties, because he should have said, well, why don't we chill at my crib?
Yeah, but he wasn't trying to. That's the thing. He wasn't trying to look like
I guess
got bread like that. But
that can roll into like we were talking about this off camera, like the thing with Chivalry. And everything.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, the whole thing started when I saw a TikTok about a female talking about other females on TikTok saying like, "Are women killing chivalry?" And I feel as though it's the fact of not the fact, but my opinion of women killing chivalry is more about like women expecting men to open doors, pull chairs, to the point where like it's not men doing it because they love their women and doing it. They want to do it so their girlfriend won't get mad. They don't want the girl to get mad, so they do it. It's more like that.
Yeah, which is like, no.
It's like might.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just like I might want to fucking do the dishes one day, but if my mom tells me to fucking do it, I'm be tight about it because she told me to do it, not because I wanted to do it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
So I have nothing like chivalry. Shit, like it's a good act. I don't think it's overplayed. It's only overplayed if someone keeps asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel on that.
But then it's wrong if I ask for head or something. I'm being honest. I'm being 100% honest.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you feel.
I'm not saying like that's not something I want. I don't always want head, but you asking, you asking me to constantly open doors and pull chairs is could be me asking for head constantly, and
it's exhausting.
You might do it, but you're doing it for me. You're not doing it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, because you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, you're doing it so I won't get mad at you.
Yeah.
You're not doing it because you want to do it.
And let me clarify: if somebody doesn't want to do something they don't want to do, especially sexually, they shouldn't have to do it.
No, that's gonna fuck the relationship.
Saying.
Yeah, I'm not
that's
saying
not
that.
what he's trying to say.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
If I could put it in the most PG way, it would be like you asking me to open doors would be like me asking you, can I spend more time on the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Like something that
Perfect example. Not to throw my girl under the bus. I'm not trying to do that. She's definitely gonna listen to this shit. So fuck. Damn. I'm gonna say it anyway. Fuck it. I'm keeping 100 on this shit. But
yeah.
Me and her had a whole debate about this shit because I told her about it. I told her I might talk about it on the podcast. So keep in mind, I'm like, that's like me saying I want to spend more time on the game, and she said, okay, that's fine, but you can't be mad if I'm mad. What the fuck does that mean?
That doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to connect the X, Y, and
But
Z.
then, exactly. But then I said, that's like me if I get mad when I open doors.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask me to open your door and all that, well, that's like the base of shit.
Okay, no, that's the thing. It's not. I think what you're trying to say is like, okay, she gets mad at you for being on a game. She said you can't get mad about that. But then at the same time, if she gets mad because you don't open the door, you can't get mad at that. Like,
no, I think it's more of the fact that if she asked me to open the door, if I open it in a mad way because she asked me, not because I just did it out of my kindness. It's more like, oh, open this door. Or can you open this door? Versus me just opening the door on my own will because I wanted to, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she's thinking in a way that it's just being in general, just a gentleman in general. Because, what's it called? Well, I was raised to, do all the type of stuff, open the doors for my girl, pull out the chair and everything. So maybe that's the way she's thinking.
Exactly, and that falls under how women were treated by their dads.
Or what they saw.
Or how the women are treated in their family.
In that same effect, my parents weren't like that, so I don't feel that way at all. I don't know how I'm gonna sound, but either way, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't open the car door for Mel, and like
I'd be getting on you for Ash.
And that's the thing. To me, that's normal because nobody did that when I was growing up. I didn't even hear about that was being a thing until like when I was a teenager or grown. So like it's just like that's just a specific example.
Okay,
like, I do it like let's say if we're going out on a nice date, then I'll do it.
Wait, did your dad do that for your mom?
No.
See, it's different opinions about it. Like the only thing I've known since I was like a young bull was I know that if you had a kid, you'll walk on the right side of the street, they'll walk on the left.
Yeah.
That's how that works with your girl. But as far as opening the doors and stuff like that, I never did stuff like that until my relationship now, which I have no problem with, but it just goes to that extent of like expectation versus just being happy that I did it.
Yeah.
So even if I don't always do it, it's the fact that sometimes I may do it versus it being an expectation that something I have to always do.
Yeah, because then it makes it not special. Like, or not like...
It makes it like a mandatory thing.
Yeah,
it makes it like a
exactly.
Like, I'm
always
walk on the right side of the street. That's something I always do. But I don't always open the door.
Yeah.
Or I'm not always outside to greet my girl.
Because I don't open the door for Mel, like my car door for Mel always. But when I do, she's like, oh my God, like, she doesn't be like... Wow, I wish you did this more often. And I'm saying that's not. I'm not saying that's how you're going. But I'm just saying, like in general, like she doesn't get mad that I don't do it. She's happy that I did it this time.
Yeah,
and like I said, it falls under how they were treated by their dads and how the females are treated. Like my girl told me, that's how they're treated in their family. Their dads, but at the same time, it's like I can be like that. But do you want me to also tell you about? Do you want me to also tell you about like how I want you to not be friends with people or how I want you to dress like your dad does?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like I can't, because then it falls into me being like not toxic but understanding, but at the same time chivalry all the time, which is not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I know that for a fact. I know me myself. That's not gonna happen. I'm not always like that. That's like me. That's like her wanting me to be this romantic as type guy with flowers every weekend.
And
when I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
You wanna know what that shit is too? Not just
based on movies.
Not your girl. Yes, movies and TV has instilled that shit
movie
into every
romance,
girl's
bro.
mind. that this is how guys are, and it's so exhausting because now we have to do all this shit.
You have to live up to all their fantasies and
Which is
everything.
not real.
We're not Prince Charming.
Yeah,
I'm
which
sorry.
is not real.
We're just a normal boy from North Philly.
Damn, from North Philly?
It's like,
Goddamn.
From the Northeast.
It's like,
I
no.
grew up in the North a little bit, but goddamn, niggas down there are rough.
But yeah, but I get what you're saying though. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm not
It's
serious.
like-
That was just a joke.
And it's like, it's that expectation again. It's like, we can't live up to this. Not all the time. It's exhausting, and it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly, it's kind of not fair. But like,
Like I said, like a lot of females want hybrid niggas.
yeah.
They want us to
Oh,
be
yeah.
romantic at certain times, but then
Yeah.
also be a thug. If a guy
Exactly.
does something, but also not be mad at her having guy friends, but then also be okay with whatever she wears.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
didn't know
then
this was
what do we
Build-A-Bear.
expect?
Yeah.
Guys we're so simple.
Mm-hmm.
I get it's girls. I'm not trying to make this a bashing thing on girls or bashing thing on guys. I'm saying my opinion. I'm trying to be honest about how I feel. I'm not gonna hide anything. But it's like the main thing girls say, oh, guys want a girl with a fat ass, this and that.
Yeah.
They may want that. But after that, what the fuck do they want after that?
Just want you to be nice to me.
Exactly.
Exactly. They want you to have good personality.
Yeah.
I mean, a fat ass might be a plus. You
You're
playing
right.
a game might be a plus.
Yeah.
You like an anime might be a plus. Am I
Mhm.
right?
Exactly.
But then when it comes to wanting a girl, oh, well, I want like a hood nigga
There's
that
mad.
has a
like,
4.0
things, yeah.
GPA,
Exactly.
goes to college on the
Make
weekends,
6 figures.
has no kids, has to be 20, has his own car.
Gotta be 6'3".
Yeah. Gotta
Exactly.
play
Had to play
basketball.
D1 ball, but also
Yeah.
sell packs at
Yeah.
school.
That was like that video you posted. Like
Exactly.
the future thing.
Oh
Yeah. Exactly. Perfect example. We don't always like the guy
Table.
doesn't want to be Russell Wilson. Like, well, we don't want to be Future. You know, everybody knows who Future is. We want to be Russell Wilson, but girls don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
They want Future to be like Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
If
I
Future
think in the
acted
video,
like-
I think in the video he said exactly. He was like a girl wants a guy like Future, but
That
then he wants her
acts
to
like-
act like Russell
Russell
Wilson
Wilson.
towards her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, Alan. Wake up.
Like I said, it's like a female that said, "I want a mean nigga," until niggas mean to you.
Yeah, and then they're
It's-
like, then
You
they're
want
surprised.
a mean nigga with a soft spot for you.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work? Like I said, that's a hybrid nigga. You want a nigga that's constantly mean, but as soon as he see you, his whole mood switches around.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying is niggas like that,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a time where he's gonna be mean the whole day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that you knew that going into that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The expectation is insane, bro.
Mhm. So in short, no, men shouldn't always be expected to pay on the first date unless they invited you. But if it was like a mutual thing, I don't know how it could be a mutual thing. But let's say somehow y'all talked for a while and then y'all decided to go
Yeah.
out. Then I think the thing about that too, I don't see no problem with paying 50-50 on a date.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel as though you shouldn't expect a guy to pay for a date just like he shouldn't expect to get a kiss from you.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most simplest way to put it.
And that's the thing.
Damn,
If,
that's
like,
good.
if I really like the girl, then I would want to do it.
Again.
But
yeah,
I would like no. I'm just saying like I
Like,
would.
you want to pay.
I would want to pay. I would have no
Mhm.
problem. I would be like, even if she invited me, if I really like you,
Mhm.
I'll offer to pay for this shit.
I'm sorry. I'm
Mhm.
the petty king. I like to read rooms. If we're on a date and I see you not interested, I'm not paying for shit.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
We can split that bitch.
If that shit is going bad, I'm like, so how you want to do it? The bill came out to
Yeah.
this much.
So how you
Like
wanna
if I
split it up?
enjoyed the day, I'm like, damn, I would go out again with Shawty. And she was like, yeah, you know, it was fun. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. I'm not paying for
Yeah,
shit.
The server
I
comes
don't-
like, can we get an itemized John real quick? I need
Right.
to know what she got and I got, so we can split that shit.
I'm like, so you finna cash
That's when you
at me?
pull. I left my wallet in the
Yeah, you
car.
wanna
You wanna
like-
pay? I'll cash app you.
Yeah, I'll wait. Let me see. I'll wait until your cash app comes through, then I'll give her the card.
Y'all
I'll wait until
tweaking.
that shit comes
That's
through.
an
No,
I left my wallet in my car.
I'm dead.
I'll be right
'Cause
back.
When I was single, like
Lost
after
the card.
after me and my ex broke up, I was single for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I've had a time when I took her on a date to Menchie's, right?
Mhm.
We got yogurt. I forgot how it went. Caught up. I paid.
Mm-hmm.
Next, you know, didn't talk to her for like months.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, and I've read the room. I've read it as I knew
Sorry.
I got the red flag as soon as we sat down and started eating, and then we finished. I paid and all that, and I was like, this was a nice date.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the fuck she said? I still remember the shit to this day.
Damn.
Oh, this
What?
was a date?
Oh,
Hey, yo.
Damn.
I should have been like, can you fucking cash at me? Bet. Oh, this is us hanging out as friends. Oh, bet. Say less.
Yeah.
But I was so Like at that point,
Shocked.
I said, "Fuck
you
it!"
didn't even
Like I already
expect that
paid.
shit.
I didn't want to be
Yeah.
the boy to be like, "Well, cash at me then."
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that
Like,
petty.
yeah, like,
You
Whoa.
just take your punches
just
and
let
just
it
roll
slide.
with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
just
exactly. I
let
took that L
that
to
shit
the
roll
chin.
off,
Yeah, exactly. But keep in mind, I didn't talk to her after that because, and then guess I think I got hit with, we don't talk like that. No shit.
We don't talk like
This
we
was
don't
a
talk
beat, right?
anymore.
Like, it's just insane.
Yeah. That's
Damn.
crazy. I never got hit with that
GG.
So,
See,
Um,
and they people think Keys get bitches. Well, used to get bitches. It's, no, like
that was the most common thing for you. What? What?
nah. It's just
What did I miss?
Nothing.
You can tell me after.
yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean I'll talk about it now. I think it's because I use the B word, but I mean
Used to be weird.
I use the
The
B
B
word, BITCH.
Just now?
Yeah.
Oh. I'll bleep it. It's fine.
I mean you don't have to be, but I didn't use it in that way. But I mean it's fine. It's whatever.
It's like a phrase.
But
Fuck bitches
no.
get money. I feel like that's a normal thing to say.
Yeah,
like,
but
just things like that.
females don't like guys saying the word, the B word.
You calling
Just
it
like
that.
some guys don't like the girl calling them a nigga.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Mel calls me that all the time. I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
whoa, I was about to say end the podcast right now. Wait a minute, red flag, red flag.
It's funny
She's
because
gonna kill me
talking
for
about
saying
that,
G-
you don't
uh,
like saying the N word anymore,
Yeah, I
right?
don't.
Who's in
Wanna talk about
Paris?
that?
Ninjas?
My guys.
Ninjas?
My bros in Paris.
Your black brothers in Paris?
Yeah. My black kings. Yeah. Yeah. Recently I had this what would you call it? Like a
Awakening?
Yeah.
A third eye?
It's not like that.
Eureka
deep, though.
moment.
That's the thing. It's not like deep like that. It's just like I had this like
Realization.
I had a
Yeah,
realization.
realization. There you go.
Because all through high school, and for those who don't know, obviously, especially if you're listening, you don't know me, you can't see me. I'm fully Hispanic. I'm half Puerto Rican, half Dominican. And all throughout high school, and it started in middle school, but all throughout high school, I got really comfortable saying the N-word. And, like, it was just a common thing among all of us. We even, like, especially in our school, we even had white guys saying the N-word. And really, no one
Yeah.
had a problem with it.
Yeah.
But, like, it was more or less just, like, a moment for me now. Like, because I mean, I've been thought about it for a while, but, like, it's not, like, a new thing, like, today or something like that. But it's been, like, about a month or two at this point. But, like, I had a moment. I just had a realization, like, if I don't expect other people who aren't black to not say the N-word, then I feel like I shouldn't say it either. And it's like, I just thought that for a while, and I figured it wasn't right for me to just do that either way. So,
Good for you.
I mean, it's not like an applaudable thing.
I don't find it a big deal, but it's understandable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
like,
It's not like
I'm
I'm
not
trying to be
gonna-
like,
Listen, I'm not gonna bash you
yeah,
if you say it because
Like I said, if I was fully Hispanic, niggas was in Paris.
bro, keep it being. A lot of Hispanic people say it more than black people.
and that's the thing. I didn't want to be like that.
I don't think it was an issue with you saying it. Though.
I know, but
Yeah.
I just felt like I'd be like, why don't I want to say that at all? I'm for the past few months I'm getting just by just fine. My new word is bowl.
It
Bull.
is. You be saying bull a lot.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
anybody who's not from Philly listening, bowl is just like
That's your
it's
replacement.
like guy or dude.
Yeah.
But it's just a Philly thing.
Like
Bowl.
young bull.
Yeah, like young bowl.
Or you can
old
say
head.
John.
Yeah, but like,
Okay.
what am I? That doesn't apply as well.
Yeah, I feel that.
I think you usually call girls like Johns.
Yeah,
Well, John is a person. Yeah.
yeah.
When I talk to a girl, I say like you're John.
But yeah, I wanted to get out too that I don't feel like not saying the N word is like an applaudable thing. Like
Mhm.
people should be like, oh my god, just, so happy for you, or whatever. It's just a self-realization. It's nothing crazy.
Mhm.
So
All right.
That's factual.
yeah. Well, we got 7 more minutes left on this. Well, it's about to be an hour, so I feel like we should wrap it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
So what do you guys?
definitely been an interesting, controversial.
Yeah.
I might get canceled topic, but fuck it.
I feel like this is one of our better ones.
Yeah, if we're keeping it,
It was
100,
definitely smooth,
That's all
yeah.
that's all we can do is be honest with how
Yeah.
we feel.
Yeah, like thinking about the podcast, like to be honest, we were trying to figure out what type of audience we want to attract
Yeah.
and how to not trigger people into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then we realized that's kind of diminishing on how,
Like
We
trying
are.
to censor.
yeah, like we're not like that at all. Like
Yeah.
we're trying to make it seem like it's just us talking as
Yeah.
friends, or if we had a big ass group and we was
Mhm.
all just talking about shit about how we feel.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we want to reiterate, nothing any of us has said is trying to offend anybody, not just
Anybody,
women or
not.
anything, but just in general, anything we say or
Exactly.
say moving forward. We're not
Yeah.
trying to offend nobody, and I'm not saying that as like a pass to say something offensive.
Mm-hmm.
But if we speak our opinion, based on
100%
our personal
opinion
experience,
without like
then we're not
sugarcoating
trying
it.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not trying to and offend nobody.
Offend
I feel like
anybody.
nobody. I'm totally open to discussion all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a open-minded person, so I feel like I'm always open to discussion. My mind can always change about things, well, certain things, and like that's fine with me. So again, I'm not trying to bash nobody, change nobody's mind. I'm not trying to make myself seem like I'm right and you're wrong. That's just anything I say is just how I feel. So
Exactly, and I know my girlfriend to beat my ass, and try to beat my ass, but I mean,
Now you're going to sleep.
night night.
night night.
Night night,
Yeah,
Keith.
night.
But I mean, it's something that I'm honest about, and I'm not gonna diminish my
I feel
character.
like things like that open doors to new conversations, and that's what I feel like we gotta do is talk.
Exactly. Like to be honest, we did shoot last week our podcast, but it wasn't as smooth as this one because we were censored.
Yeah, we didn't know what to
Yeah.
say.
We didn't want to talk about certain
It's
stuff.
all over the
Yeah.
place.
And like, so we're just trying to keep it 100.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, and it's definitely not gonna be every episode. Gotta be like deep.
Yeah.
But like whatever we feel like talking about, shit. So.
And I mean, I'd rather have our conversation be deep about something than be simpleton topics.
Yeah,
like,
that we
how's the
don't
weather?
even care about.
Yeah, that weather was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, then, let's talk about, Shawty about this.
Yeah.
And like, this boy was like that. It's just,
Yeah.
usually I tend, like, obviously you guys aren't there for it, but when we do have conversation in general, when we're outside this podcast, we talk about deep stuff. Well, it might start off as a simple topic, and then it starts getting deeper about it.
Deeper.
Yeah. So.
Just try to. That's what I'm trying to. Yeah, we're just trying to keep our personalities straight. Like we're not
Exactly.
We're not trying to change.
Yeah.
For like
Exactly.
the sake of our podcast. If you relate to this or you don't, fuck it. You listen. You don't
If
want
you,
to.
hey, I'm gonna say this shit right now. If you don't relate, just tune the fuck out. Like if you, or
Yeah.
if you're gonna, like, I mean, I like constructive criticism, but if you're like, I don't like it, then tune the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't know me shit, but like, yeah.
No, I don't give a
That's
fuck.
what I'm saying. But if you don't want to listen, then just don't. Don't listen.
Yeah, exactly. If you like,
No
if you
problem.
don't
It doesn't
fuck
bother
with this
me.
shit-
Won't bother any of us. But to end it out, I figured, but I was. Do y'all want to talk about a little kickboxing thing we tried to do today?
Goddamn.
Quick little story. Who wants to tell it? You can tell it.
I'm not
It's just
telling
an inconvenient
So,
story.
we've been trying to get into.
Also, wait, real quick. That guy who we were gonna train
Oh,
with. If
yeah.
you're hearing this, stop listening right now. Okay, continue.
So we've been trying to get into boxing. I mean, it's fine if you hear it. We've been trying to get into some type of self-defense classes just to learn something new. We all have different goals we want to do. Not trying to put no niggas on t-shirts and shit like that. You feel me? But we want to just learn a new skill, self-defense, just in case we need to use it or just to have it. Just something that we love that we could build towards.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, Dave, friend, did have a guy that we talked to and all that, try to figure out pricing, but it didn't really work for us.
Trainer.
It's just because a lot of people pay by the session. So we ended up finding something that was a lot like more in our budget. So if he hears this, it's because he was out of our budget kind of. It was a lot because it was 3 of us. That's why we wouldn't get it. This one's kind of more like it might be more teachers, so it's not more solo versus 3 people. It's like so we can learn a lot more. So it was way more in our budget. So we made this last week, excited about it, booked a class. We're gonna go get our gloves at the place, $25. We leave at a reasonable time, but traffic was just nutty.
Yeah, the place
It's downtown.
is all the way in the city, and we all live in the Northeast.
Yeah, exactly. So it's about a 30-minute drive, but with traffic, that shit was like 40. Then we had to find parking, that shit was like 15. So just trying to spin around the block took like 10 minutes. Then we jogged there, and
we
got
had
there.
to park like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Exactly.
Because we parked on like 13th or
Yep.
Broad, and it was all the way up on 16th, 17th Street.
Exactly. And then we ran there just to see a sign as we were about to enter saying, if you're a new person, not saying if you were just a person in general, if you're a new person, then you have to reschedule. Because if you're late, if you're 15 minutes late.
Because they wanted us to show up 15 minutes before orientation. Which originally, we left perfectly on time to make it to that shit.
Exactly.
And then we get there, it was like 4:20, and the class starts at 4:15. So we were like, okay, well, maybe we can start going. No, the sign says you're supposed to get here 15 minutes early, and if you're late, don't even bother coming in.
Exactly.
That was
if you're new.
crazy.
Yeah. So then we looked at it and looked kind of like not what we expected. Like seemed like they was doing bachata and shit. So
Zumba.
I wasn't.
Yeah,
All
like a
that.
Zumba
And it
class.
was like all women.
Yeah.
That would have knocked.
Not a problem, but like
It just would have
it
knocked.
would have been weird for us 3 walking in there. Like
We're at 3 minorities.
yeah.
A room for a white. I'm sorry. That would have been a bad
It
jump.
would have like we was trying to creep low-key or
Right.
something. Especially because we kept standing outside and we were like we didn't know if maybe since we're only like 5-10 minutes late maybe we can still go in.
Exactly, yeah.
So we couldn't decide, but
We decided not to go.
yeah,
Save the embarrassment.
yeah. Because Dave said he was gonna go in.
I got no rat.
He's
I
about
would've
to take
walked
an
right
L.
in.
You know what I'm saying?
She would have stopped the whole class and be like, no. 'Cause I think the part of the reason why we didn't go in is because we didn't have the gloves. Because
Yeah.
we would have to go in and we still would have
Right, I
had
had
to
to
get
buy
the gloves.
Bro,
Yeah.
we would have looked so
We'd have started
unprepared.
for like another 10
We were right.
minutes. So
And then we would have been holding up the class and
yeah,
Nah, that was a bad thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Next time.
To sum the story up, basically now we might look into another gym because
Yeah.
we don't. The fact that it's out of our way and it's not what we expected.
Yeah, we're not.
We
willing
might try to
kinda-
find something closer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you catch us in 2 weeks when we record episode 3, we might be kickboxing guys at that point. I don't know. Shit.
I doubt it, but maybe.
I am being my Kung Fu Panda.
I'm getting my hands registered as a weapon.
I'm fucking dead. But it's definitely been fun chatting with you guys today.
Yeah, thank you guys
Yep,
for tuning
been
in
the
to
show
episode
time.
3. I'm excited to keep this podcast moving forward. Hopefully, I think we got a good little like process now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see
Figuring
what
out
we can do
where we
moving
want this
forward.
podcast to go, and
Yeah,
but at the same time, try to bear with us. Like we're not fucking legends at this shit.
Yeah,
we
we-
literally just started this shit. Like
on the way.
It's 100% gonna get better
Yeah.
throughout the
Yeah.
time.
Hmm.
we're gonna keep
We might
up-
even add faces. Who knows?
maybe.
One day, if we actually can manage to film during the day.
Yeah. That's
Bro,
facts.
It's just later and later.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's 9 o'clock.
If you haven't noticed, 18 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be hitting the hay.
dead.
It's 9 o'clock or 9:12. So.
Yeah.
But I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one, guys. I appreciate
Yeah.
y'all tuning in.
Yep.
If y'all want to catch us on our socials, you can catch us on Instagram. My Instagram is @Visualian.
Unwavy keys.
David X. Henry.
And follow us on Instagram. Most of us usually only post there, but I also have TikTok and stuff that I sometimes do and all that stuff. Same thing, Visualian. Yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys next episode. Thanks for tuning into the Open Mic Podcast. We'll catch you guys next time, and it has been a good one. Peace.
Peace out.